Hey, it's Jason. I am here with my mom, Becky, and she is our landscape division leader. I always feel that she takes everything that we do from looking good and makes it look great. So you have so much going on in your garden. By adding these containers, you just really get a lot of extra pop, which just gives it that much more interest. And that's where I feel like you really fill in with a lot of the details and do a good job.
Coming up the walkway, I plopped this little pot here that I planted in April. It's still, I mean, it doesn't look phenomenal, but it's still going strong. At the time, it was put here because there was nothing else. I kind of like it, so I just left it. The succulent area, the ones in pots are tropical plants, and let's face it, they've got thorns on them. And I do overwinter some of those in the office, so it's easier just to pick up the container and go and not plant in the gravel. So that's just sort of my succulent collection. There's a new one over there between the streams. That was just sort of an awkward spot where the rocks met, and I couldn't really plant anything in the ground there. I've tried unsuccessfully a couple times, so I decided to add a container. Sourcing plants is one of my favorite things to do, and sometimes things on the list are not hardy to our area because I'm buying them out of North Carolina. This happens to be one of them. This is a Daphne, but its name is Rebecca. It's got a variegated leaf, which I really happen to like, and it blooms in the wintertime. So instead of putting it in the bed, I put it in a pot, dressed it up a little bit. My intent is to take it to the office in the wintertime to overwinter it, and hopefully it's going to bloom and smell good in the office in the winter. So that's why that's in a pot versus just putting that plant in the ground.
And it's because of the name of Rebecca.
Yeah, I had to try it. I've never had that one before. I'm always willing to try a new plant. If I don't like it, I won't repeat it. This is a bougainvillea that I did winter over from last year. It's a little slow to get started this year, and then just added some company and this little trellis for it to climb. I can't do a foundation planting here, and I don't like the hard surface against the house without any plant material. So I'm using an oversized pot with a trellis to mimic what I would do if I was planting a bed. So lower under the window, taller between where I've got a big stretch of siding, and who wants to look at siding when you can look at it interrupted with plant material?
You can do containers that look good year-round, or you can do containers just for the summer, or spring, summer, and fall. How many times a year do you recommend planting up containers? A
lot of times we have plants from the home show that we had blooming in January or February that are early season cold tolerant plants. So I'll often start some containers in March or April. If it's going to be really cold, I might drag them in the garage, or if we're going to get snow or something. But that gives me that early season color until we're frost safe. Usually around mid-May is what we consider to be frost safe. And then summer annuals can replace or add into what was already started. Sometimes the cold tolerant stuff really starts to look weak and finished by the time the temperatures start to rise. So that can come out, summer annuals can go in. And then, you know, fall is another whole decorating season for people that like to have Halloween parties, and you know how big mums and pumpkins and all that are. So why not do fall containers as well? And then I usually take it a step further and have a few out during the winter time too, with something evergreen and maybe some berries and cones to go with it.
If somebody only wanted to do them once a year, when would you recommend putting them out?
Probably May to September.
May to September.
I would definitely use annuals because they're going to grow the fastest, give you the most color to last through that season. If you use perennials, they're more than likely to have a briefer season of bloom. And then yes, you can put them in the garden. It just, part of it depends on how much you want to change it, how often. People change things inside, they don't always think about changing them outside, but it is just an extension of decorating.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep building your outdoor dreams.